All still getting there. I can see 1, 2. The G-Twine put her as well. She's putting down better. Think about
Post-operation video where we take a look at the previous Saturday's racing in Brisbane. We do a bit of a deep dive into a couple of races. We'll be looking at race 7 and 9 from last Saturday. But first, I'll introduce the boys, Tommy Henjak and John Mcleod. Guys, how are we going?
Shocking. Just very, very punchy and, just a shit of a weekend. Just one of those days, I think. That's the worst day I've had for a long time. Saturday and a little bit Sunday. I needed the day off on Monday, but it wasn't very good. That's for sure. Sort of just a little freshen up on Monday, and we'll be ready to go Wednesday and moving into the weekend, I hope.
Hopefully, yeah. we knocked off eight units on the meeting at Eagle Farm, which was a bit of a tough day. We did plenty in the yard, and that's included in that figure. And knocked off around 7.6 units for the week. So not catastrophic, but just bleeding a little bit, Tom.
Yeah, we have been beaten, but we haven't been defeated. That's what I'm going to go with.
That's nice, mate.
Yeah, I'm just... Yes, like the weekend wasn't ideal, and then yesterday was just like kicking someone while they're down. Like, that's how I feel. So we've got a little bit of a freshen up this week. But we'll turn things around this weekend, hopefully.
Yes, a little bit tough, but we're still sitting in front for the year, plus 28.7 units at 7.1%. So, still sitting in front there. The yard's flying the flag, still up 14%, over 20 units in profit there. So hopefully we can turn things around this week and really springboard into the Winter Carnival. Just had a question here in the Discord, actually. One of the boys wants to know what your informed jockeys are at the moment. We might do a couple each.
Orman. James Orman by far, I reckon, in my opinion.
I'd go Orman and Lloyd. I think Lloyd's riding pretty good. I think he seems to have turned the corner. I didn't rate him too much. But he's thinking about a few things, and we must be thinking about a few things, and he's riding all right.
All right, let's just jump into race 7 from Eagle Farm. You guys obviously jumped up there on the BRC page during the week to preview a couple of races, which was really good to do. So thanks to them. So we had half a unit on Mashani Sniper each way in the morning, I believe, and then we had another half unit on Mashani Sniper again from the yard, and a half unit on Devastating down the bottom at $17. Enterprise Pommy got the cash here. So this was a bit of an unlucky race for us.
Yeah, the whole day here was a matter of trusting where you thought they were winning from, which I think we got it right, looking at our figures. But throughout the day, there was a number of horses that you had to, forgive or go back a fair few runs to get it to the right spot as far as being wanted to be on it. And I think every way I zigged, I should have zagged. And so it was sort of one of those days. I made blues left, right, and centre in certain horses, and this is probably one of them. I probably could never, I would never be tipping it, but I would have been, giving it some hope if I would have been just thought about what it could do, and the possibility that Zuma California and those may have taken a sit, and he had to rev up. I think I said it in the preview with the BRC that he's going to have to put the foot to the metal, Thornton, on this thing, and he got the lead, and he got away with a little bit of murder, which I thought he wouldn't, and I really thought Devastating would get him down as they straightened, or get her down, but it wasn't to be. Mashani Sniper, the one that I thought had a really good hope, I thought there was really good speed there, and they'd really run, and it's attacked the line, it's hit the line good, and there's nothing wrong with its run, but just got a few things wrong in that race.
Okay. And Tom?
Yeah, it was just the market really gravitated towards Mashani Sniper late. There was specking there for Devastating. Zuma was the big drifter in the betting, which kind of suggested to me that there would be good speed in the race. And then, yeah, as John said, it didn't eventuate. I think they decided to take a sit on Gemma and Bolt. Heathcote had 3 horses in the races, and they all elected to take a sit, and that just allowed Boris to get across on Enterprise Pom. And it is a chinky horse. Like, we saw it absolutely throw in the towel when it was caught wide there at the Gold Coast. And it's just one of those horses when it's able to get control in front, and it was able to slow down the speed from about the 6 to the 4 and then just sprint away. It can do really good things, but the market was kind of 6 out to 11 with it. It was kind of anticipating it might get a bit of pressure in front, and it didn't eventuate. Just one of the races where we got it wrong, the market got it wrong, and move on to the next one.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, John, you and Ollie Hopkins previewed the last on the BRC page as well. This was one we couldn't have gotten too wrong. We didn't bet, which was nice. But Bullfinch got up here under Larry Cassidy, paid $4.40. What do you think of the race?
Well, this is another race. I nearly bet here again. You know, I was going to back Enterprise Prince, and there was one other horse I was going to back, Aberwald. And I was just lucky Aberwald was truck loaded. You know, I think it was around $10 or $12 when I was looking at it, and then all of a sudden it's into 7.
Yeah,
or 6 or 7, and then Enterprise Prince started to get out in the market, and I sort of didn't know what to do, and I wanted to bet against Festival Prince, but it blew right out in the market, and and then the winner, it's one of those horses again that I just didn't believe a rating in Sydney, and it was a lot better than what I gave it, and you know, if I give it what it went down there 2 or 3 runs ago or something like that, I get it to, you know, under market, which would have been nice because there was a fair bit of money for it. And that's another thing you should be doing is, you know, which we probably will do a lot more now that we've got the BRC has given us a room there. It's a lot more organised. We can sit there and sort of spend a bit more time on the race and look at the market, see what we've done wrong, or whether there's a chance of actually improving a horse that we didn't, and the market is showing us that, you know, you should have. And that's a big play is you know, have a look and see what the market has done, and you know, if we can't improve it and we can't, you know, give it any more than we want, we'll bet against the thing. But if there's something there, especially on horses that we don't really know a lot about, like a horse like Bullfinch, you know, we've got to trust the market a little bit. You know, I'm never for really bloody just going totally on market. I don't believe it. I think if you do it, you sort of you might as well not do any form. But on horses that you don't know, you've got to trust it a little bit. So that's something we need to do a lot more and a lot better. And now that we've got this room set up, it's just a fantastic little area that we can surely improve even on our yard performance.
I think what you're saying with the southern horses as well, though, is if the market's moved and like we've missed the boat, so there's no point in updating it and then just following them in late because there's never any real edge in doing that. You've missed the boat, you missed the price. I think a good example of that on the weekend as well. I can't remember if we actually bet into the race. I think it might have been. Oh yeah, we did. Race 5. The market really come for a horse in Glorious Ruby.
Yeah.
And the money was just relentless. And we went back and had a look at the ratings, and there was no way we could ever get it that short. I know we didn't we didn't get a result in the race that one either, but that was just an example of having a bit more time and space, being able to re-examine what we've done and whether we're happy to still bet into a race.
Yeah, that's totally right. It's just that last. It is a little bit difficult with what we're doing as far as sending out stuff and trying to get stuff out as quick as possible, and even look at this type of situation before we send it out. And you go from the yard, which, you know, by the time they get out of the yard, you know, you've got probably 5 minutes, you know, 6 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and then you've got to get back to the room or whatever and have a look and see what you could do and what you could give it, and then you've got to get the thing out. So. Yep. It's just something that I just don't know really how to improve on the timing because there isn't much time left. That's the real problem. But it's such a big difference, like that one you were talking about, Tom. Those two horses, I think we backed. They're the best horses, but they just didn't show up. One was Golan's horse that he pushed the button on it, which I thought no way in the world he would have. And he sat 3 wide up on the speed and just dropped out. That's not his go. He's a horse that just needs a suck. Just can't remember the name of it. It's one of
Le Palmier.
Le Palmier. And the other horse, the one that Simply Fly, it got back like we were thinking it would, but I think the last section was really good, and a lot of horses, just really weren't, couldn't hit the line too hard. It was just a hard to run on in that spot that it was in. Boomtown last come in the right part of the track. That's how it sort of was able to win. But again, it's this timing factor of how to improve on things. It's nearly a case of looking at the market in the morning after we get to the races and see what people are backing, see if it's forced in, and then say, okay, we're against that, or maybe you might be right, because most of the time when they force them in, they stay pretty solid. They don't bounce back too much, but they're showing their hand. So anyway.
Something to consider going forward. What's the 2 runners to follow out of the meeting, guys?
Well, I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go for the horse that I plotted on the weekend. That's Festival Prince. I think it went good. I thought it went ordinary at the coast, but so many horses at the coast went no good and has performed since. It was a funny track down there, and I think looking in the yard, it's no star to look at. That's for sure. But he come along the worst part of the track. He's the last section was good, and I think he's a horse that if he can go back to Eagle Farm or Glounder, I don't want him to go to Doomben, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But if he goes back to Eagle Farm or Doomben, I think he'll be hard to beat.
Okay, that's Festival Prince from John and Tommy Henjak.
I'm going to go a bit rogue here. I'm going to go race 5 on the lead. It hasn't really done anything special, but just seeing it in the yard, it's still got a stack of improvement for mine. I think it was in a really tricky position to actually do anything with the race with a pretty limited rider. So, on the lead, probably not next start. I'll probably say the start after that. 4th up.
Okay, on the lead, 4th up, and Festival Prince. That's the 2 to follow out of the Eagle Farm meeting from Saturday. So we've got what do we got this week? We got Ipswich on Wednesday.
Then we've got to freshen up.
You're not doing Dolby Thursday, I hope.
Oh.
Oh.
If we do, it'll be a 1-bet sort of situation or something like that. So we'll have to put the sheets.
That's the best way to go out there. All right. And then a little freshen up Saturday back at HQ, Doomben Gold Coast, and Sunny Coast Sunday. So hopefully we've got a couple of days there to clear the head and pray to the betting gods. You can come back.
Yeah. Well, apparently, I don't know. They said heaps of people on the track were saying yesterday there's heaps of rain about. Or rain forecast.
Inside scoop.
I'm not sure about that, but I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully not.
We'll pray for the rain to go away, guys. Now's a great time, though, if you want to jump onto the website, macbet.com.au. Actually, now's not a great time. The site's down. But sometime this week, you're going to jump on there. We're running a promo through April, 20% off. So use the code April20 when you're making your purchase. Any weekly or monthly subscription that'll apply to. So a bit of value there. And if you're actually an existing monthly or weekly subscriber, you can take 20% off the annual tip sheet price, which is a bit of a decent size saving if you don't like the money coming out of your account each week or month. So I've had a few guys taking that up, which has been great. But that's enough blubber from me, guys. Enjoy your days. Thanks for your time.
All right.
Thanks, James.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.